Welcome to the righteous sphere. We separate the gray areas over here. We don't do the lying like those other places. No. We don't do no fucking lying over here. You're gonna get the truth. Welcome to the righteous sphere. We separate the gray areas over here. We don't do the lying like those other places. No. We don't do no fucking lying over here. You're gonna get the truth.
There's people walking around out here that are soulless avatars simply operating on matrix programming. They're living, but they're not alive. And they're all around us. They're all over the place. People that have never woken up to who they truly actually are. They simply are operating on the code that they've been programmed and given since they were born, since they were even in the womb and at gestation. The same code, just running on programming, never exceeding the programming, never reprogramming the programming, never editing it, never hacking themselves, just running on the pure code and living a complete lie, believing that they're alive, but they're not.
Yes, sir. We done brought the bus back out, guys. We done got the bus out in the morning. So be looking for us to come pick you up, scoop you up, and bring you to the School of Common Sense, guys. How y'all feeling? Keep in mind that we don't cater to any groups, gangs, communities, religions, feelings, or your emotions. We gonna cater to the truth, and we gonna cater to common sense. So let's get straight down to it. Guys, there's a members video pinned at the top. Become a member of the channel, guys. That's where the content is at. The content is in the membership. You think this free stuff is hot? You really get the work and you get the progress in the membership videos, guys. I would not have you waste your money. I have one of the most what you want to say? I have one of the most active memberships. Like most of y'all get videos every month, every other. Bro, I got the most active membership in YouTube, bro. I do videos every day, damn near. Cause once you start spending your money and you start investing in yourself with me, I'm gonna make sure you get a bang for your buck. So I have one membership price over here. It's $9.99, and we got the work. So up top there, guys, that is the link to one of the most popular videos in my membership. And a lot of you asked me about how to deal with loneliness and depression. You know what I mean? On your way to success. You know what I mean? Because it's two different types of loneliness. See, it's a loneliness you get when you're just being lazy and you're trying to fit in. But then there's also a different loneliness that's going to happen when you try to separate yourself. It's going to get lonely. All right? But y'all check that out. You know what I mean? Don't be scared to invest on yourself. But without any further ado, let's get straight to it.
What's up, y'all? I be having to see what y'all coming on here. What kind of energy y'all be coming on here with first? I have to peep what's going on first. See what y'all saying when y'all come on here. See what's going on before I say anything. Have to see what the energy like. See what the fuck y'all talking about. It wasn't just a flex, I was all in. Niggas stringing me along like a violin. Pretty bitch, this a mess, guess I'm just a trend. Cause what you treat me bad once I locked in. I got rid of niggas, it was fuck them. Just to be with you, some I like them. Told me you was different, nothing like them. But here we go again. Boy, you a twin. Same old lie, same shit again. Forgave and forgave till I caved in. Stayed in your play to the very end. Fighting with a nigga you love like crossing the plug. Shit like a drug, it's fuck. Y'all know my it wasn't just a flex, I was all in. Niggas stringing me along like a violin. Pretty bitch, this a mess, guess I'm just a trend. Cause boy, you treat me bad once I locked in. I got rid of niggas, it was fuck them. Just to be with you, saw my life like them. Told me you was different, nothing like them. But here we go again, boy, you a twin. Same old lie, same shit again. Forgave and forgave till I caved in. Stayed in your play to the very end. Fighting with a nigga you love like crossing the plug. Shit like a drug, it's fucking me up. High as a mug, I'm feeling in love. You lying and stuff, I'm pushing that shove. Tell him it's so, no giving a fuck. Got it in me, dig wasn't nothing. Keep me hooked on. After every fight I said I leave alone. Goddamn shame I carried on. Guess I'm just a simple bitch counting on. Dig wasn't nothing, keep me hooked on. After every fight I said I leave alone. Goddamn shame I carried on. Guess I'm just a simple bitch counting on. Man, I was pissed off. See the math wasn't math and certain shit off. Somebody tell me please what a real nigga costs. I spit all I had, this is real nigga talk. My heart for a night getting kicked down. Top with some lines and some chicks round. Yeah, I got scammed, should've moved around. But I was in my low state, living in my whole state, living just to get played. But I was in my low state, living in my whole state. I need to burn sage. Hold up a cup, I need to feed rage. Yeah. Play when you let them these days. Replays ups and downs, they say work it out. But the way you work my nerve, you working towards a plot. Emotions ain't managed, everything a lot. Overwhelmed with myself. I'm alive. It wasn't enough to keep me hooked on. After every fight I said I leave alone. Goddamn shame I carried on. Guess I'm just a simple bitch turned on. It wasn't enough to keep me hooked on. After every fight I said I leave alone. Goddamn shame I carried on. Guess I'm just a simple bitch turned on. That's my shit. Y'all know I'm finna talk my shit on here. If you don't like it, I don't give a fuck.
I ain't gonna lie though. Fair warning to a lot of y'all. These lives that I'm finna be doing, they're gonna be very triggering. Taz, what up? Taz, it's our time to get together. It's our time.
Tell them how I held you down. Don't leave nothing. Tell them every up and down. Nigga, don't twist the plot. Stop all that capping on the gram. You know what it's by. You think cause I'm a good girl, I won't add eye. Nigga, you struggle plenty days. I'm who held it down. That's why it's fast when you cheated. Bring the bitch round. Accusing me guilty, conscience brought your dirt round. Tell your sister I said, fuck, don't bring that bitch round. Next to Mary, and she scared I should've slapped her down. And your mama money home. That's what keep you down. You ain't gonna tell how you fail just the shit you think you found. If you think I'm that bad, why the fuck you stayed around? A real clown narcissist, if you ask me. Cause you ain't love but wanted love like you was old me. You could play the mind games with the old me. But nah, different, try me nah, nigga, blasphemy. Sick of the shit when I ain't around, you got a lot to say. If you gon' tell the fucking story, tell the right way. Sick of the shit when I ain't around, you got a lot to say. If you gon' tell the fucking story, tell the right way. Sick of the shit when I ain't around, you got a lot to say. If you gon' tell the fucking story, tell it the right way. Tell that bitch the right way. If you gon' tell the fucking story, tell it the right way. Ain't taking a man for you, man. Cause that nigga down inside, but I'm straight. Ain't plenty shit out on one bum bed. Ain't fake like on the hot out on great pool. Damn, feel like you play me on the real deal. That's a real deal. Hey, don't meditate, keep that head, pull it out without you. Hey, get back my ego, if I let down my move. Hey, count me, you fuck up, count on my loot. My play great, my link yours for every time I loot. For every time I got link yours for every time I group. If it's not good, then hit that do every time I shoot. Sick of shit when I ain't around, you got a lot to say. If you gon' tell the fucking story, tell it the right way. Sick of the shit when I ain't around, you got a lot to say. If you gon' tell the fucking story, tell it the right way. Sick of the shit when I ain't around, you got a lot to say. If you gon' tell the fucking story, tell it the right way. If you gon' tell the fucking story, tell it the right way.
Trigger warning. Trigger fucking warning. Zaya, you don't understand it. You don't understand it. Nah, he definitely be talking that shit. I'm finna talk my shit, and I'm gonna tell y'all now it's a trigger warning. Trigger fucking warning.
Regime.
I told him how I felt and shit backfired. I see you niggas weird, yeah, you like liars. Cause time I tell the truth, you want the scoop that ain't conducive but no real shit. It's conclusive, this is flaw when you a real bitch. I'm just being honest, feel like this house haunted. Feel like I'm steady running, nigga, ain't no love here. We get jealous, versus fight, flames gone cold as ice, ain't no love here. Seen them bitches in your phone, hear that hate in your tone, ain't no love here. I be crying about this shit like motherfuck him. I be mad about them hoes, but motherfuck them. Stay so long, feel so low like my life them. It's been so long since you asked, do I like them? I don't get no flowers, my heart sour. Nobody told me love can fuel hate, vibe devour. We used to fuck for hours, now we fucking down us. Shit went up and out us. Another sad song, just don't fucking out us. Ain't no love here. Ain't no we together, I'm alone. You give a ring it down. another sad song. We together, I'm alone. You here but really gone. Just another sad song. I remember all the bad and the good too. Weigh them out like the old folks said too. But see, perception be perspective, this what trauma do. Too confusing in my thoughts, peace overdue. I be wrong, I'm in love, I'm sick of you. Headshots, heart stops, I done took a few. Wanting change for myself while trying to change you. Dang you, did just like I've been said not to. Pause, this that low shit a nigga ops do. Pause, like to buy a vow, but nigga not you. Give me I need me, I'm trying to see something. If I keep fucking with your type, I ain't gonna be nothing. What you did, nothing. What we got, nothing. Another sad ass song, ain't gonna stop nothing. Ain't no love here, feel like a drug here. Another sad ass song, nigga, you don't hear. We together, I'm alone. You here but really gone. Just another sad song. We together, I'm alone. You here but really gone. Just another sad song.
Here's my shit, y'all. That song is not out yet. If y'all know my videos be therapy. I'm really finna tell y'all some real shit. I debated on whether I even want to talk about this shit online. But you know what? Fuck it. It's a new year. Right, Taz? It's a new year. Might as well. Might as well. I'm just trying to see what y'all on. Willie, what up? Britt, what's up? You get your purse tomorrow. Britt pre-ordered one of my purses. She's gonna love it. Thank you for the support, Britt. For those of y'all that, you support my brand, past just soaking up the free game, I fuck with y'all. Because if it wasn't for y'all, these people on here wouldn't even get what they getting right now. I'd have been out this hole a long time ago. But y'all know that. I ain't gonna lie, if you going through, your little 1-2 whoop-de-whoop heartbreak, come back and watch this bitch when I'm off of here. I don't want you to get triggered and comment something crazy and then get cussed out while you going through what you're going through. My aim is to help people, not hurt them. The music is coming. It's coming, I promise you. It's coming. Larry, you ain't right for that. Will, I appreciate it. For those of y'all that share my lives, like that share and put other people on to me, I fucks with y'all. And I'm going to tell y'all, like, the shit I'm finna talk about, like, a lot of y'all females, you going to get triggered. You might even get offended. But I'm going to tell y'all something from a very mature space, right? I'm raising daughters. So there's a lot of shit I observe. There's a lot of things I read about that have to do with the behavioral patterns of women that affect women's behavioral patterns. There's a lot of stuff I pay attention to that has to do with how we were raised, that played a role in our attachment styles as adult women. It's information that is really important so you can have a better understanding of self. And if you ain't in the right space, you won't be able to receive the information regardless of how I say it, how deep I choose to go or don't go. Like, it ain't gonna hit if your mind ain't right, if that makes sense. I'm doing wonderful, Bev. Thank you for asking. I can honestly say I always be doing great. And from a standpoint of like, the self-care for me is a lifestyle. So I'm always doing great just because I'm always caring for self. Now, if I wasn't into that, I had them days just like everybody else had them days. Right, Flex. You know what, Nakia, a lot of our mamas ain't know much of nothing that got to do with something, if y'all catch my drift. Past like the little, I call them home ec life skills, because outside of that, like, it's life skills to upkeep your mama house and be able to coexist with her. And then there is life skills for real life. So it's the shit your mama teach you to be able to survive in a house with her under her rules. And then there is the shit your mama should have taught you that'll teach you how to maneuver through this world and not get your ass fucked over multiple times to the point where you damaged and scarred and broken and hurt and depressed and still trying to maintain and raise kids and pay bills and be a positive person and be pleasant and, work on your people skills and relate. It's the real shit, and then it's the real shit. Y'all catch my drift? Anybody that is curious about my relationship, go on Instagram, type in POSA times Love Dorsey, and then you can see all that you need to see. Somebody say I'm gonna sit back. Okay, let me say this, right? I'm trying not to hurt y'all feelings. Survival mode is a generational curse, definitely, to a certain extent. Somebody said, I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? Because it's gonna come up in this conversation that I'm about to have with y'all, right? I feel like I can say it even more blunt now that we're in the new year. Real parents understand that they can't do it alone. And they understand that it's not healthy to even try to do it alone. Real parents understand that for the things in the areas that I am not strong or informative or intellectual or smart or knowledgeable in, it is my job as a good parent to make sure my children have resources outside of me to be able to get all the information and things that I wasn't able to give them, right? This is what mature and healthy parenting looks like. Now, all right, let me back up. Let me say this, what I was going to originally say before I start jumping all over the place. We in the new year. Please understand, right? Your thoughts can be your biggest distraction. The shit you ponder on, the stuff you come up with in your mind, the things that happen in your brain when your emotions are triggered or when you're not focused or when you don't have things planned to do, they can be your biggest obstacle. This is when you're in your own way. Your mind is in your own way. Y'all catch my drift on that? You can be your biggest problem. I need y'all to really understand that. And the stuff that I'm about to talk about, right? It don't have a fuck thing to do with love, right? I'm talking to y'all out of love, and I said this because of something somebody commented on Instagram, but I want y'all to understand, right? I did a whole Zoom on this, right? But the concept is someone can love you and still say and do things that don't have your best interest at heart. So when we get down to real shit, it often don't have a fuck thing to do with love. It has to do with logic, with understanding, with self-care, knowing yourself, right? So I'm going to tell y'all, back to what I was just saying, your thoughts can be your biggest obstacle, your biggest distraction, your biggest issue. It's a lot of y'all, you know, we coming into the new year, you know, you got the information on the shit that you're supposed to be doing. You've already told yourself what you're supposed to focus on. You already wrote out what changes you need to make. Your stop, your block, your obstacle is your own self, your thoughts, your emotions that are not able to be managed, your inability to be able to take and compartmentalize certain shit that's going on in your life, right? And you really got to understand, you really got to be able to admit to yourself that this is an issue for me. Like, this is a problem for me. And I want y'all to understand, right? You got to be able to manage your thoughts, right? If you can't manage your thoughts, what you can't manage, you will lose or it will become a stressor for you. Y'all can take that to the bank. What you cannot manage in your life, you won't be able to keep, or it will become a stressor. It will become heavy. It will become pressure. Message to some of y'all right now. Some of y'all, you a burden. You a stressor because you cannot manage your thoughts. And your thoughts follow you everywhere you go. And they show up in your words. They show up in your actions. They show up in your choices. Message, you and yourself are a stressor to a lot of situations that you're involved in. And it starts with your mind. Now, there are strategies, there are programs, there are tools, there are tricks, there are tips that you can acquire and learn to be able to, like, get a grip on your thoughts, right? Manage them hoes. But you have to be willing to take that extra mile to get that information, take that extra step to get that information. Like, I teach that in my Zooms. I don't get that away for free on a live, so you won't get that here. But I will help you understand that a lot of y'all need to just recognize I have a problem with managing my thoughts. I am often a stressor to myself and others based on this fact about myself. I'm going to just let that settle for a second. A lot of y'all, when we talk about relationships, right? This was your issue. This is what you needed to be accountable for. You might ain't cheat. You might ain't never give no malicious lie, right? But bitch, you was a part of the problem. My nigga, you was a part of the problem. The way that you cannot manage your thoughts and them bitches run you, the way that you cannot organize your thinking, the way that you come up with things and you go off of the stuff that you came up with in your mind instead of reality and logic and what's happening in front of us, the way you don't have the ability to take and prioritize more important things than a motherfucking feeling in the moment, you were a big problem in how this relationship turned out. You might ain't cheat now time. You might ain't lie now time. But the amount of stress you brought to the motherfucking situation when things were going on, you was no better than the other motherfucker that did those other things that you didn't do. And see, grown folk understand this. Just letting it simmer down, sink in, process it, breathe. It ain't no matrix. It's your motherfucking mind. It's your unmanaged thoughts. Some of y'all just, you gotta just be accountable. Just accept it. Accept it. Breathe and be real with yourself. I don't know how to manage my thoughts. So I often sit and think and think and think of things to the point where I am not even in reality. I am in my thoughts. And then I react in the physical based on what I thought of. And I become a stressor to myself and others. And it is hard to maintain a relationship with me long term on a healthy level. It's hard to communicate with me at times, even when I want to talk. I want to talk. I want to have a conversation. Hey, I want to sit down. I do want to discuss this. I do want to move past this. I do want to real bad. Like, no, I do. I do want to work this out with you real bad. I do want to have a conversation. I want to be more mature. I want to, get to a space where we can talk about things. I want to hear the truth, even though it might hurt. I do want that. But my own head ain't allowing me to do. It ain't you. It ain't the things that you did, because people gonna be people. You gonna be you. It's me. It's me. Process it. Right, real bad. I really do. I want to be like in friend circles and build relationships with people to be I want that for myself. I want that. I want a relationship where we can sit down and talk about stuff, uncomfortable and comfortable. I want to be able to, after we talk about something that was uncomfortable to me, I want to be able to still get along, still love on you, you still love on me, without carrying this attitude for weeks and bringing it back up and going over it in my mind and then venting to other people, breaking our privacy. But I want to do better at this shit. But God damn it, I'm in a space right now where I can't manage my motherfucking thoughts. So I can't do it. I can't do it. Whether you good to me or you bad to me, I struggle with this. Some of y'all, I'm your mirror right now. When we talk about that shadow work, bitch, I'm the shadow talking to your ass. Right the fuck? This is what's going on. People are not just doing you wrong. You're doing yourself wrong by not being honest about this shit. Yes, I'm unpleasant and I get tired of it. I get tired of it. But it comes from my thoughts. It comes from the stuff I be done came up with in my mind based on me looking at what's going on around, processing it, and I always come out with a negative. I come out with a negative, and it could be from my childhood trauma. It could be from generational curses. It could be from the stuff I took myself through based on past choices. It hurts and it scares me, and I want better, but I can't seem to get right. I can't seem to get it right. I want this shit. I want to be with a good man. I want to be with a good woman. I want to have positive friend relationships. I want to go places and go out of town and have fun and not come back and have a drunk, deep, depressing drug story or some sort of dramatic testimony that occurred when I was dealing with people. I want to be able to say it's been months of feeling no depression. Some of y'all, if you can relate to what I'm saying, you need to get in one of my Zooms. You need to book a one-on-one. You need to get in rooms with people where we're willing to be vulnerably accountable, right? There's accountability, and then there is getting vulnerable about that shit. There is opening up about the truth about yourself. Because, people open up nowadays and it be lies. They open up and they tell you what they want you to feel about them. They get upset if they can't control or manipulate your perspective of them. I'm talking about the butt naked truth. The vulnerable truth. Them truths we have in my Zooms where a motherfucker honest. And sometimes you speak up, say something, you end up realizing I was all the way wrong. Let me shut the fuck up and mute real quick. Turn my camera off, sit back and process what the fuck is being said. Because I asked to be in this room, right? Some of y'all, that's what you need. You need to text 678-965-0698. Now, I'm going to say this for women, right? And I told y'all earlier, I'm speaking on this because I have daughters, and I purposely look and research and get data and information, and sometimes I sit and read boring statistics just to see what my girls are up against, just to see what my behavior as a parent could do to them as a child when they develop into an adult, right? So there is something called HPD. No bitch, not HPV. No hoe, not HIV. HPD. HPD. The H stands for histrionic. It's histrionic personality disorder. Histrionic personality disorder. HPD. You can get a one-on-one phone call with me. I'm actually running a special for January. So this is probably like the cheapest y'all gonna see it all year. But you can text 678-965-0698 and you could start your journey on getting yourself some help. And the best thing about being in my Zooms or being on a one-on-one is you initiated it. So you get respect off top for that, because most of these bitches out here and niggas is not even trying to step in that realm of real self-care. You know, motherfuckers just want to disappear off the internet for a little while and come back and say, y'all worked on me. Few months in, we see the same shit we seen before from your ass, because you cannot hide behavioral patterns. Low self-esteem, mismanaged emotion. These are things that it's going to come out eventually. If we just sit in the room with you long enough, you going to post something or say something or do something that shows that you ain't did no real fucking self-care work. But we talking about HPD, Histrionic Personality Disorder. And this affects mostly women. Mostly women, right? It goes back to what I said about your thoughts. Not being able to manage them bitches. And a lot of this has to do with how you raise. Now, I was going to get on here and be real ghetto. But a lot of times when I get too ghetto, it gives y'all room to like push back on receiving the message. So instead of being real ghetto, I'm going to just read y'all some shit. Because usually when I get on here, I've looked back at other lives. When I just read it directly to y'all, like from a psychology book, it makes it where, bitch, you cannot argue with the facts. Now, it's going to be some of y'all that's retarded and you still going to try to argue anyway. But I'm going to read it. It helps y'all a little bit more put down your guard. I ain't going to get ghetto yet, Brittany. Not yet. All right? I'm not. So we talking about histrionic personality disorder, right? And it's a mental health condition. It's marked by unstable emotions. Got to follow along, right? Some of y'all need to write this down. It's marked by unstable emotions, distorted self-image, and overwhelming desire to be noticed. I'm going to say that again. We're talking about histrionic personality disorder. I'm teaching y'all right now. So just receive the information. And like I said, y'all usually listen, right? When I be reading instead of getting ghetto first. So I'm going to get ghetto last. But I'm going to read to you guys, right? Histrionic personality disorder, HPD. It's a mental health condition marked by unstable emotions and a distorted self-image and an overwhelming desire to be noticed. People with HPD often behave dramatically and inappropriately to get attention. Just let that settle. Breathe. Trigger warning. It gets more and more personal. And just let it settle. And again, I'm going to repeat, this affects mostly women. Just breathe. Because I know y'all usually want everything to be a nigga fault. And I know y'all like, oh, here she go. Starting 2023 off the same way in 2022, where she always side with the niggas. Oh, it's always the female's fault. But this is a mental health disorder that statistically it affects mostly women. So this is not love manipulating a stat or coming up with something. That's why I didn't get ghetto first. I'm going to read it to you straight out of the psychology book. No, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to break down why, right? So it's a mental health condition, right? So for people with this disorder, their self-esteem depends on the approval of others and doesn't come from a true feeling of self-worth. They have an overwhelming desire to be noticed and often behave dramatically or inappropriately to get attention. People with this disorder often don't realize their behavior and way of thinking may be problematic. Ooh, message. Breathe. 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 So this is a part of, if you study psychology, you understand this is a part of like cluster B personality disorders, which involve dramatic and erratic behavior, however you want to say it, right? And again, it affects mostly women. Hence, when I be talking about managing your emotions, right? So women and people assign female at birth, because, you know, we in a day and time where, you know, everybody is choosing their gender or what they identify as. Women and people assigned female at birth are more commonly diagnosed with HPD than men and people that are assigned male at birth. You're on the same page with that. On the same page. Now, me personally, just a side note, my opinion, this is very underdiagnosed, right? Because most people with this type of disorder don't seek help based on this type of disorder. They eventually go get help when they get very depressed or when they're extremely stressed. So by the time they go seek help, depression and stress is being treated with medication or therapy, right? And I'm gonna keep going because I'm trying to help y'all, right? It says the main feature of histrionic personality disorder is displaying excessive, superficial emotion and sexuality to draw attention to yourself, right? So now, a person with histrionic personality disorder may feel underappreciated or depressed when they're not the center of attention, have rapidly shifting, shallow emotions. They're dramatic and extremely emotionally expressive, even to the point of embarrassing friends and family in public. Have a larger than life presence, which can be positive at times. Persistently charming and flirtatious. They can be overly concerned with their physical appearance. Use their physical appearance to draw attention to themselves by wearing provocative, bright colored hair, clothing, revealing clothing. They can act inappropriately sexually with most of the people they meet, even when they're not sexually attracted. Message, side note, you know how some of y'all, you be done fuck with a nigga or you be done fuck with a bitch, or some of y'all, you wake up and you decide I'm gay now and you doing all this sexual stuff, and then later on the stud you done went and tried to be in a relationship with come back heartbroken because you really this wasn't your sexual preference. It was some sexual shit based on you having HPD, you sexually provocative, you around here doing shit with people that you're not actually sexually attracted to, but for the sake of attention, you'll go gay, straight, fucking buy whatever the fuck it takes to stay the center of attention. So a lot of y'all, when the math ain't mathing with niggas, you'll go try to make the math with bitches. And when that don't work, you will go try to make the math with somebody else. Who knows? Trigger warning, breathe. I'm just reading right now. So you can't even afford to really get upset at me. I'm reading. This is why I ain't go ghetto first, because I know how y'all is. But I'm going to keep going, right? You speak dramatically and express strong opinions, but with few facts or details to support your feel. Ooh, come on now. Hallelujah. I might start talking in tongues on this bitch. You speak dramatically and express strong opinions, but them bitches ain't got no facts or no real details based on logic to support that shit. It's just some shit you can't. Somebody pass the collection plate around. I'm reading y'all a personality disorder called histrionic personality disorder. I ain't even said nothing that's coming from me. I'm simply reading. So bitch, save your triggered paragraphs because this is a fact. Yes, this may sound like one of your parents, your sister, maybe even you, your cousin, your best friend. Some of y'all that's dating might sound like your lady. This is stuff that y'all need to know. This is why the first video I made kicking the year off was about reading. Bitch, you got to read. Ho, you got to open your mind past what you do at that job and yelling at them fucking kids and worrying about that nigga and read. Because there are certain things, and again, this mostly affects women, that you need to know. And don't pick out one of, let me help some of y'all because some of y'all are slow. Don't pick out one of these things and then start to try to defend that. This is a personality disorder that collectively or the majority of these traits you have. So please stay on topic, slow hoes. Please. Please. Gullible and easily influenced by others, especially by people they admire. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Again, I read up on weird shit like this, right? And I call it weird just because the average person is not sitting around reading whole books on things like this. But I read up on stuff like this because I have daughters that I'm raising, right? And I like to see certain shit ahead of time so I can be able to help them. So a lot of times I read shit and it don't actually apply to anything I have going on, but it's very useful information to be able to observe from the people around me, know how to deal with people, how to become more social without allowing other people's issues to affect what I have going on, right? A lot of y'all nowadays, you're very gullible and easily influenced by other people, especially people that you admire, but you admire them for the wrong reasons because, of course, this is a personality disorder and you're looking for attention. They think their relationship with others are closer than they usually are. Woo. Woo. I'm going to say it again. They think their relationships with others are closer than they usually are. They think that their relationship with others are closer than they usually are. So they'll be in relationships and nobody actually agreed to commit to them. But they will go around and tell people, we're in a relationship and you're cheating on me. But the nigga never said he was in a relationship. HPD, not V. D like dick, like dog, like don't. Like damn, is you slow. D, not V. HPV is a sexually transmitted disease. Bitch, I'm talking about HPD. Histrionic personality disorder. I had to say that because somebody typed HPV. This, you know what? This is why I got off of here for a little while last year. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you. D. For delusional. Absolutely right. Thank you. Jesus. Have difficulty. Oh, come on. Have difficulty maintaining relationships, often seeming fake or shallow with their interactions with others. Need instant gratification and become bored or frustrated easily. Constantly seek reassurance or approval. Now just breathe and soak all that in. Soak it in. A lot of y'all, and I'm gonna be honest, a lot, look at my tongue, a lot of y'all. Side note, this is the part where it's my opinion, a lot of y'all suffer from this. And I'm just being honest from a loving space. Now, let's talk about what causes HPD. Like, damn, don't type no more stupid ass shit. D, right? What causes histrionic personality disorder, right? Studies have been done and it has been identified. Genetics is part of it. Tends to run in families, right? Children may cope with trauma such as child abuse or death of a family member that later as an adult may be disruptive and problematic in their life and become part of their personality disorder. Parenting styles. Children who experience parenting styles that lack boundaries, are overindulged or inconsistent may be more likely to develop histrionic personality disorder. In addition, parents who display dramatic, erotic, volatile, or inappropriate sexual behavior put their children at risk of developing this condition. Parents who display dramatic, erratic, and volatile or inappropriate sexual behavior put their children at risk of developing these conditions, or this condition, excuse me. The other part of it is Some researchers think that problems in parent-child relationships lead to characteristics of low self-esteem. In the end, the person ends up with HPD. Self-esteem plays a big role in this. Now, let me say this as a side note, right? I do a lot of one-on-ones, and I track the statistics based on the amount of people that I talk to, right? The demographic they're from. But in a nutshell, like, what y'all got to understand is there are a lot of women nowadays that don't have a healthy relationship with their mother. They were raised by their mother as a single parent, right? They didn't have a healthy relationship with boundaries and a clear understanding of here is where your value lies as my daughter, right? And they grow up and they still 35, 29, 47-year-old adult still don't have a healthy relationship. Message. I'm just letting it sink in. Message. Y'all know when y'all be worrying about like what be going on elsewhere, but y'all kids be seeing y'all, cause the kids be staying with y'all. We know we in the day and age where, bitch, I'm gonna keep my baby. I don't give a fuck if a nigga stay around or not. Bitch, I'm gonna have my baby. The fuck? I'm gonna do my maternity pictures by myself. I'm gonna do my baby shower by myself. I'm gonna have my baby, and I don't want that nigga at the hospital neither. Bitch, he ain't gotta sign a birth certificate. Bitch, I'm gonna do this shit by myself, right? We know that's y'all motto. That was y'all motto since 20 fucking damn near 15, right? We know that. We're on. So the kids be living with y'all. The kids be there with y'all, right? So a lot of the shit that be fucking people up nowadays, it be happening in y'all household. And even though y'all don't be talking to the kids about y'all breakups, them kids be hearing y'all let them niggas in there at night, in there in the room fucking and then letting them out. Y'all try to get him out before the kids wake up in the morning. Them kids be knowing what the fuck, all that erotic, volatile, sexual ass behavior that be going. All right. Some of y'all, the baby done fell out the bed while you in there getting fucked by another nigga because we know you don't like your baby daddy. We know that. We know he ain't shit. We know that. We already know that. We know it be lack of boundaries. We know them kids be all in the room with y'all when y'all be doing shit that don't got nothing to do with having a... We know that. We know that. We already know that, bitch. We know that. HPD. That's what I'm gonna start saying to people in 2023. As soon as y'all go to acting crazy and typing them crazy ass comments that match damn near 80% of the traits I just read to y'all motherfucking ass out of a site, I'm gonna just say HPD. I'm just looking at y'all like y'all looking at me. And if anybody get their silly ass on here and try to argue with this live, I know something. It's definitely hyper independent, but we know this is just where we're at. This is where we're at. Them kids be seeing y'all. They know. They know. They know. Just looking at y'all like y'all looking at me. And again, this affects mostly women. And I'm sorry. I know y'all did not want to kick the year off with things still being about y'all taking accountability. But everything don't be having everything to do with a nigga. So I'm glad you asked that, Jessica. If you feel like you suffer from HPD, for one, you could actually go to a qualified doctor and get diagnosed and start to seek help, right? If you're looking for a more ghetto approach to tackling what the fuck you need to tackle to get a grip on this, you can text 678-965-0698. And you can book a one-on-one phone call. I do 30-minute one-on-ones. I do 1 hour one-on-ones. I do couple group sessions. It does cost money. I am running a special for the month of January. Or you can get in a Zoom when you see me do a Zoom on things like self-esteem, managing your thoughts and changing your behavioral patterns. All of these things will help in the remedy for things like this. For a lot of y'all, from a psych standpoint, there is no real cure until you accept the fact that I need to be able to manage myself. That's why I started off with this live talking about managing your thoughts. That's my sales pitch smile. Gotta turn your head to the side. 678-965-0698. I'm picky about my book club. I'm just gonna be honest. You could DM me, but I'm finna be real. And I'm gonna be rude about it. A lot of y'all hoes keep typing that shit on my motherfucking lives, and then when I inbox y'all ass about how much it costs to get in the book club, like then you go, oh, like it. Oh, okay, I'll reach back out, or thanks for the information. Bitch, stop wasting my time. I want to connect with women that actually read. I don't have time for that shit where y'all type that on here just to try to impress the people on the live, making them, you know, if you don't read no fucking books, don't stay the fuck from. I don't even like females that don't read. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I know a lot of y'all, you know, you look up to me, you follow my great, wonderful. Thank you for the like, share, follow, subscription, whatever. But I don't even like bitches that don't read. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't like hoes that don't read. I don't like bitches that's not accountable. I don't like bitches that think everything is a nigga fault. I don't like women that's raising their children with no men around. It scares me. It bothers me. I'm not comfortable being friends with people, and you could deem this good or bad. I ain't even saying this to brag, bitch. I'm saying this just to be real. If I come around you, you got children, and as I get to know you and hear you talk, ain't no men around these motherfucking kids. You the only one. Your traumas is making it where you don't allow them to interact with it. It scares me. I don't want you around me. Don't want you around my kids. Bitch, I don't want to be in your vicinity. Don't want to talk to you. Don't want none of that. Unless you paying for a call. I'll talk to you for some money. But outside of that, I ain't gonna say too much when the 30 minutes up. And I'm just being real. I can't stand it. I don't like people that stay dumb on purpose. I don't like people that the resources and the fucking remedies to what's going on with you is at your fingertips and you ain't touching them hoes. I don't like it. I grew to a point I can't stand it. And when I look back at the old version of me, when I didn't used to do that shit, I can't stand the idea of me back then either. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. I ain't exempt from the shit neither. Now, I've always been a scholar, graduated top of my class, like college educated. I have always been attracted to education. But when I was in a season of going off of my feelings more than what I could actually educate myself on based on facts, I can't stand to even think about it. It makes my ass hurt just thinking about how I used to be in that space. So I don't want to be fucked off around nobody that's how you are, and you don't want to hear no new shit. You ain't open to no new perspectives. You like hanging around dumb hoes, doing dumb shit, staying dumb, and lying about everything being a nigga for. I can't stand it. I can't. Lazy shit, lazy mindsets, like, you know, it just, ugh. And I'm passionate about this shit because I give a fuck about my culture. That's really why I be on here arguing with some of you silly assholes. Because if you really know me, like people that know me, I'm up outside of the internet. But I be on here because I give a fuck about the shit really sticking. And I understand conditioning and psychology, and that through repetition, a bitch gonna catch on. It's some of y'all, you didn't like me at first. Some of y'all even blocked me. But you eventually found your way back. You unblocked me, brought your little funky ass back to the page when you was going through some real shit and needed a real bitch to talk to you out of love. Why you think they call me love? I like to talk about shit that's the root. I like to get down in ghetto and urban, although I don't have to. Like I said, people that know me, they know. Outside of me being loud and ghetto and aggressive on the internet for the sake of likes, shares, and views on these videos, if you knew me, if you know me, you know. Yeah, I can't stand a lazy mindset. I can't stand it. And then when I see bitches with a lazy mindset with children, it's like you worrying about all this other shit. Do you know the amount of energy and shit it takes to raise a productive member of society? A motherfucker with some sense of logic and right and wrong and an ethical gradient and a balance, understanding like how to interact with men and women, no victim mind. It takes a lot. And again, shout out to those that pay into my brand, that show up time after time in my Zooms, that book one-on-one phone calls and all of that, because you really fund this platform. Bread. I'm reading y'all comments. To those of y'all that this I'd be hard for y'all to listen to, I understand. I trust me. I know the effect that I create. Somebody said, what attracts a good woman with that mindset to be one you consider to marry? Also one who understands a businessman. I could get into so many things to answer your question, bro. Book a one-on-one, I got you. Let me tell y'all this, right? Because people keep asking. To sign up for my book club, it costs $200. And my book club members, they pay a monthly membership fee. We meet 2 to 3 times a month and 1 time in person a year. We read, like we genuinely read. We read, we get together, we analyze what we read, we share perspectives, we challenge ourselves to be uncomfortable. We operate from a space of new information is the target. It's the goal, right? To sit in rooms like that constantly with me. So you gotta understand, I meet with these people sometimes 4 times a month. We're very familiar with one another. Now, if you take what I just said and you take what I just said earlier, some of y'all leave me alone about being in my book club. You have to have gotten your basics together to be able to afford something like my book club as an extracurricular activity, right? Meaning you got to have yourself in a decent space financially. You have to be serious about reading and knowledge. And the weak ass mindsets that I just told y'all I can't fuck with, don't even try to waste your money. Don't. Don't. Don't waste your money. Somebody said, hold on. Oh, I see somebody say, hold on. Somebody said, I booked the one-on-one with Love. She roasted the hell out of my ass for going for the low-hanging fruit. Y'all so fucking funny. Lade, what you said? Thank you, babe. If you're trying to book a one-on-one, you can text 678-965-0698. And it's 100% investing in yourself. Being in a room with somebody like me consistently, I want y'all to understand, like, hold on, let me fix this. Being in a room consistently with somebody like me, I want y'all to understand, it's some shit gonna rub off. It's gonna rub off on you. There is a special this month on one-on-ones. So you can book a one-on-one phone call. Somebody said, I'm in the book club. Oh, Adrian, I'm in the book club. It's amazing. Don't get in the club if you don't read or want serious change. Please don't. Please don't. It ain't gonna be worth it to you. You're just gonna be in a trigger, left and right. Trigger, 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 trigger. There you go, Brianna. Iron sharpens iron. The people that been in my Zooms, they know. The number is 678-965-0698. 678-965-0698. If you text that number, you'll get a price list of everything. Of everything. $678, not 708. 678-965-0698. Somebody said I want to put my family on to you. You're a cold-hearted therapist. I want y'all to understand though, like on some real shit. Like I get on here and I be, breaking shit down in a very ghetto way, for the sake of making sure that everybody understand. But there is immense amount of value in the things that I be introducing y'all to, the concepts, the terms. And I'm gonna tell you, it help you as an adult. It will help your children. It will help your self-growth journey, male or female. Like it genuinely helps. I don't like to do, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Okay, so if you in the Fort Myers, Florida area, on January 7th, I will be at an event down there. The flyer is on my Facebook page, but if you could pull up, definitely pull up. I usually don't like to do speaking events where there are other speakers there, because the way that I am and the way that most motivational speakers are, it don't mix. Somebody said, these niggas don't fuck with you, do they? Are you single? You know a lot. So actually, you're incorrect. More than like 70% of my content gets shared by men. The other thing is, like I told y'all earlier, if you're a deflector, right? So when you come on here and you hear me say the stuff that I say and it triggers you and your first mind has you deflecting, you can go on Instagram, type in @POSA times Love Dorsey, and you can see me in my relationship and how things are going, right? It's just to help y'all out. You know, you always gonna have the people that come on here and they don't know. Bless their heart, they don't know. The one-on-one number is 678-965-0698. I actually have a Zoom. What's today? The 2nd? There is a Zoom. Let me tell y'all the schedule. Let me help y'all out. Hold on, because I don't know that bitch by heart. On January 4th, January 4th, There is a Zoom on boundaries and changing behavioral patterns. So if you sat on this live and you feel like, okay, I might be in that category of somebody with histrionic personality disorder, that would be a Zoom for you to get in. It's boundaries and changing behavioral patterns. On January 6th, which is this Friday, instead of sucking dick for dollars, you can get in the Zoom on Friday. It's on mastering multiple streams of income, right? Next week on the 10th, going along with histrionic personality disorder, you can get in the Zoom on managing emotions. On January 12th, there's a Zoom on relationships. And a lot of it is going to be about managing your thoughts, healthy communication, learning skills that help you with a healthy relationship. And as somebody that is in a healthy relationship, I recommend this Zoom like a lot, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because once you experience the difference in what you was doing before and what it feels like to be in a healthy relationship, that shit changes your whole outlook on dealing with people in general. Like one day I will bless y'all with hearing how me and my fiance interact in our relationship when it comes to disagreements, differences of opinion, and things like that. Because it's important to see examples of like mature, healthy communication. That's part of the reason why a lot of us, by the time we became of age and as far as what we call an adult, we still didn't have the skills to like maneuver through conflict. They tried to teach some of y'all asses in like middle school with conflict resolution skills. When little stuff came up, you got sent to the office and you had to sit down and like communicate from a healthy space, but a lot of that shit didn't stick. And it's important to, as women, and this is just my opinion, right? It's important for us to see as women what it looks like and to experience even once in your lifetime what it feels like to have loving and healthy communication with a man that is disagreeing with you. This is like, I'm telling y'all, it's a feeling that it turns you on in a different way when you're with a man that can put his foot down and disagree, but it comes with so much love and respect and I don't want to use certain words with y'all that you may not understand, but it comes with the energy that puts you in a space where you still feel submissive. You feel safe. You don't feel non-trusting. You don't feel, how can I describe it? Okay, you know how, and I'm talking to the females right now, you know how you're in a relationship and you disagree, or you and your dude have a disagreement, like a wholehearted disagreement. Like, this nigga saying X, I'm saying Y, this nigga saying blue, I'm saying red. We clearly disagree. A lot of times, the energy from that conversation, it ain't even exactly what a nigga, the words he's saying, but the energy that you're getting, it comes from a space of, I don't feel safe anymore. Right? It comes from a space of like, you know, I know we in a relationship, but in this moment, during this disagreement and the days after, I don't feel like we're together. Right? It's a whole different, like you don't, conflict is not a burden when you experience healthy communication from a masculine figure that you still feel safe while they're disagreeing. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something, right? For women that were raised with our fathers in our lives, or we early on experienced like a healthy relationship with a man or a male role model, it's something that you damn near attract. Because it's that love that you get from like your dad when you first beginning, your years as a human being. It's that space of getting corrected by a man. It's that space of like, you know, I feel the serious masculine energy. I understand the heavy disagreement, but in the end, I know that this nigga got me. Yes, you feel protected. You feel led while disagreeing with whatever it is or whatever direction there. I can't describe it without using words that some of y'all probably gonna be like, I don't know what that means. You talk about it and you move on, but you don't resent. I'm gonna tell y'all this, right? And this is really a different live in its own. But a lot of us, and I can remember a time where I was choosing men that this was the energy. You have a disagreement, you move forward from it, meaning we still together, we moving forward, but I resent that conversation. And I start to resent you as we have more and more of these resentful conversations. Somebody said these men don't lead and can't communicate. I'm going to tell you, I don't even disagree if you're going to change that statement and say some or all of the ones that you've dealt with. I can agree with that if that's how you change it, because it ain't all. I'm going to tell you, I got one. I was raised by one. I'm sisters with one. I'm homeboys with about, and when I say homeboys, like these is my niggas, like from the streets, from, you know, my circle of niggas centered around, you know, my music family and all of that. There's about 5 solid ones that I stand on, even when I ain't around, that these niggas is them niggas. So when you say these niggas don't and can't communicate, the niggas you picked, the ones you know, yeah, I'm just being honest. I ain't even saying you wrong in its entirety. I'm just saying make that statement a fact by saying some, the ones you know, a few. Nothing I'm talking about actually got to do with love. It's different. Like, it's different. And then, see, I was raised by, my father is a hardcore working man with a hustle mentality, with a personality that is similar, very similar to mine. And so you gonna get the uncomfortable and the love, whether you want that shit or not. Like, it's gonna come along with knowing him and interacting. You gonna get some very blunt conversations that you probably didn't ask for. I'm just reading y'all comments. So the Zoom on managing emotions is on just that. Managing your emotions. The Zoom on behavioral patterns and boundaries has to do with you managing yourself, like overall. Your thoughts, your ways, being honest with yourself about what your reputation is. This is why a lot of y'all suffer from HPD, because a lot of y'all are not realistic about your self-image or the reputation you created for yourself outside of what you tell yourself. Like, basically, there are a lot of us that walk around, self-esteem is low as fuck. Physical appearance would give you the idea that the self-esteem is high, but the actions, the behavioral patterns, the thoughts, the lack of boundaries shows that it's the opposite. The constant need for attention to the point where you will do things, like it said, to embarrass friends and family and yourself, and then turn around and make it seem like the reality of what's happening in your life ain't really what's happening, that things are somehow better than what they are. And in the behavioral patterns Zoom, I do talk about attachment styles. But I go as deep as explaining how you got them fucking attachment styles based on how you was raised. And I'm sure some of y'all, like, if it ain't you, you know somebody that, like, they downright delusional about, like, what's actually happening. I see, and I'm saying this from the most genuine space. Last year, I seen so many women that, like, 1 minute they'll be cussing a bitch out about their relationship. The next minute, they will be playing victim to the idea that their relationship was so terrible. So it'd be like, last month, you was cussing that girl out when you found out she was texting or talking to your nigga and telling her how y'all good, and bitch, I ain't worrying about a hoe, and pussy ass bitch, I ain't worried about damn bitch fucking with my nigga, and bitch, you hoes ain't got nothing on me. And then 2 months later, you in a deep depression behind the fact that, like, reality is setting in, that all that shit you said the month before was not true about what type of relationship or bond you have with this person. And then 2 months later, you give off this energy that, oh, I'm by myself and I'm doing better, and fuck these niggas, and niggas ain't shit. And then 5 months later, you posting a picture of a nigga, like, it's absolutely downright delusional. And then when we go off of exactly what the fuck your behavioral patterns are showing, now people is hating on you and talking about you, but it's the reputation you created for yourself that you're upset about. It's absurd. This is why, like, I'm picky with my book club members. I don't have time for this delusional shit. I don't even for a lot of us that have mismanaged emotions, it's tough to even be friends with you motherfuckers. I can't do it. And again, because I'm raising girls, I'm on my girls at 8, 7, 5 years old. Hey, I'm finna call your daddy. He finna have a talk with you. Like, you got to get a grip on these things that you're feeling. I can't, it takes too much. It's draining. And then y'all motherfuckers get on my page and be I love your videos. You my best friend in my head. I love it. As soon as y'all go to talking about, like, trying to be real friends, let me get off here. I read the messages and click out that bitch so quick. I can't do it. You got to manage yourself, get a grip on your thoughts, your emotions, your behavioral patterns in order to really connect with people that are operating at a higher gradient. It's rooms, like, if I were y'all, wouldn't even be trying to go in right now. Until you get a grip on you, the shit it really be too much. Like, y'all motherfuckers just tell people stuff that we didn't ask to be told, and then later on try to hold us to a standard of, like, not fucking with people that was a part of your story that you told me that I didn't even ask you to tell me. Like, venting, even just listening to some of y'all vent, like, as friends, it becomes a burden. You had a falling out with Keisha. I didn't ask you what happened. You called my phone to tell me what happened with you and Keisha. Later on, Keisha come to buy a service or purchase something from me, and now I'm all these pussy ass, fake ass, bitch ass hoes because you told me what Keisha did to you, and I sold Keisha a dress out my store, and because I did, I'm a flaw ass bitch. Ma'am, it's too much to manage a friendship with you. I'm sorry. I'd rather just be a fucking person that deals with Keisha on a business level because she's spending money than to fucking be your friend. Money ain't everything, but bitch, I choose the dollars. over dealing with you. Y'all would tell somebody something somebody did to y'all. We didn't ask y'all, but you would tell us how Joe fucked y'all over. Bitch, fuck around and have a party at the club and Joe is there. You fuck around and the cameraman catch you and Joe in a picture together. I told that pussy asshole what Joe did to me. This bitch got the nerve to be at the club with Joe. Now, bitch, I ain't even personally invite Joe. Joe just live in the same area, neighborhood as us. He connected through circles. I had a birthday party. Joe came. And now I'm a pussy asshole because of what you and Joe went through and y'all personal deal. It's too much to manage, ma'am. I can't do it. I don't have time for that shit. I have children that need me, bills that need to get paid, stuff I'm trying to buy, stuff with my own self. I don't have time to keep up with what the fuck Joe did to y'all. I don't. And you not gonna make me a puss-ass, flaw-ass bitch because of some shit you went through with a motherfucker that you decided to tell me about. And I never agreed that I was gonna stop fucking with these people or run away from them if they come into the same vicinity as me. I never told you that, but you delusional bitch. You got histrionic personality disorder. You tell yourself relationships are closer with people than they really are. Stuff is going on that it's not. I ain't got time for that shit. Now, what you can do is book a one-on-one and I will give you like legitimate advice and information to fix yourself, and then you can get the fuck on and come back around when you did that shit. I ain't got it in me to be arguing with a bitch thoughts. And people that know me know I would tell them, we going back and forth, and I love me a good debate. Don't get me wrong. I was on the debate team. Like, bitch, you know, I'm that bitch when it comes to, you know, having mature discussions, a little back and forth. I like a little agree to disagree. I can take that shit. Overtalk me a little bit for the sake of making your point in a mature conversation. What I don't got time for, and motherfuckers that know me know, I don't have time to sit up here and talk to your thoughts. Like, you bringing up shit I ain't even said. You and a bitch ain't gonna say that I ain't raw and a hoe, a pussy ass hoe ain't gonna say, bitch. I never said none of that, ma'am. All I said is that I don't know why I got to be a pussy ass bitch just because Joe came to the party and a hoe ain't finna disrespect and try me. I never said anything about people should be able to be allowed to disrespect. I never said that. You're arguing with your own self right now. I'm going to get off the phone and you call me back when you're ready to have a discussion with the ability to stay on fucking topic. I can take a check-in. I like that. I tell my nigga plenty of days, like, well, check me. Shit, I can take that. Straighten me. I could take a straightening. And I'm from the hood, too. I can take a straightening. I can take a handle me on some shit. If I got some shit wrong, bitch, get me together. What I won't do is sit up and argue with you bitch assholes about some stuff you made up in your mind. I will not do that. Hence the reason why I'm picky about shit like my book club. If I got to interact with your ass on a consistent basis, I ain't got time to be in here arguing with some shit that you came up with in your mind based on what another bitch did. I don't have time to be playing around with your trauma. Lashing out at me over shit that don't got a fuck thing to do with what we talking about. And I don't have time for people committing me to things that I didn't commit to. When you told me the story about the 3 girls that tried you, I never said in that conversation that I'm now committed to not fucking with them hoes because you don't fuck with them. Lee, I got boundaries. I can go anywhere and deal with anybody based on me knowing it's certain shit ain't gonna happen to me because I ain't gonna allow it. Now, what you allow in your interactions with them, that don't have shit to do with me. But it's a lot of y'all, you ain't mature enough to understand that. I don't have time for that. That's what a lot of y'all, you know, you want a bitch to play in your pussy, play in your trauma, play around in your fucked up mindset. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not. Especially in this new year. I don't have time for that. I'm not finna play with your delusions, play in your ass, none of that shit. You're gonna have to go find you a sucker for that because I'm not on that. Now, if you want to talk real clear and direct, I can be handled on some shit. I could be wrong about some shit. Ain't no pressure. I live in accountability. But all that other shit, I can't do it. I can't. I mean, it was a group of girls I used to market for this one girl. Delusional as fuck, I found out in the end. But it got to a point, you falling out with everybody around you, and then all of a sudden her partner told themselves I did something to her because I didn't fall out with the people too. These people ain't did nothing to me. I get they legitimately did things to you. I understand that. Was it fucked up? Yes, it was. But bitch, you're not finna make me beef with people and not do business with people based on what the fuck you got yourself into, based on your mouth and your ways and your interactions with them and what you allow. I don't got time for that. Love, you abandoned her. You chose people. What the fuck is you talking about? Y'all got some childhood trauma and some shit on y'all. Y'all got to go to therapy, man. Go see about yourselves. That shit ain't, it's not cute. Even while being cute, it's not cute. The fuck? I just have to. Can't do it. All that weird ass shit, I can't. I cannot. I'm big on energy. I done went in stores and seen people that give off I go back out the store, get in my car and drive to the same store on the other side of town just to be able to keep my energy the way that it is. I don't want that shit in my space.
What you need to do is stop playing.
Let my children do
you might have all these crusty, dusty, musties tricked, but you ain't tricking us.
I'm not picking no fucking side. Can I get a hug? Love you. You want to talk to me about your... I don't want to hear about your beef with your younger sister right now. Go work it out. Now, if there's a problem you want to bring me with the understanding that you want me to give you a solution from an adult standpoint, I will do that. But you ain't finna make me come in and choose sides. Meaning, get somebody else in trouble based on some shit you trying to tell. But see, y'all don't understand. Children, their personalities, their little behavioral patterns be developed on. You teach kids how to be an excessive tattletale or an excessive complainer. You teach them how to play victim based on what you react to. They definitely gonna try to call you that. That's why I don't fuck with people. And if y'all know like I know, and I don't mean don't fuck with people. Like when you understand the things that I'm saying, you will fuck with people and you will attract people as you work on you that are on the same level. Me and people that got boundaries and can manage their emotions, we get along very well. I've built a very intricate system of people around me that we all on the same page with this stuff. You motherfuckers that don't understand that, y'all the people I'm saying when I say I don't fuck with people. I am just looking at y'all like y'all looking at me.
Y'all make sure y'all check out that link pinned at the top.
Confessions
Become
and
a member of the
Realization
channel,
is definitely the first
guys.
step.
Get your emotional intelligence
I'm gonna tell you
on.
something else. I can't stand it in women, but even more so, I can't fuck with a nigga that don't got this concept understood. And I told y'all, men with no boundaries is a mess. A man with no boundary is simply a mess.
A man that can't take information can't lead. You can't take information, you can't lead. And you can take information from anybody. Anybody.
Some of y'all funny as hell. If you don't know what HPD is, just go back and watch this live. No, they ain't dangerous. They're a mess. A mess. You know what a real mess look like? Shit everywhere. Stuff all over the place. Business all around town. So much stuff unmanaged. So many people putting their 2 cents in, involving themselves. A mess. Exactly. Them little babies that shit on themselves and the shit be everywhere, all inside the onesie, all everywhere. They be putting their hands, not knowing, touching on it. A fucking mess. Melly, write me on my Jeji page, Geaji. It's my new brand that just came out, and tell, send me a DM that you want to order a handbag early, and I got you. No, listen, when I talk, I want y'all to know I talk intentional. So when y'all be getting on here and I say stuff and I say I'm talking about females, I'm talking about females. I meant that. When y'all be typing, it go both ways, bitch, that's not what I meant. This is one page you can get on, and you won't see me somewhere later on crying about how I didn't mean to say it. Like, I meant to say it just how the fuck I said it. I said what the fuck I said. Men with no boundaries are a mess. Women with no boundaries get taken advantage of. They get used, beat up, scarred. Trauma occurs. Men with no boundaries, it ain't even about them getting used or none of that happens to a woman. They're a mess. You meet them niggas that his mama all in his business, his sister all in his business, his baby mama all in his business, his homeboys, everybody. It's back and forth. Decisions are being made. You trying to deal with him and the 97 opinions that he take on. It's a struggle to lead. It's a struggle to be the man of the house because you got other motherfuckers telling them how to run their house. Like, it's a mess.
Yeah, see them stores set boundaries. Can't go stealing in them stores. They set boundaries. Fellas, you gotta set boundaries. You gotta treat you like you treat like the store. The store don't let them women in there stealing.
Definitely, Brittany, used, beat up, and scarred. A lot of y'all don't realize that's y'all problem. Half the shit y'all think is the problem, it really ain't. It's lack of boundaries. For a lot of y'all women that you keep finding yourself getting used, beat up, scarred, hurt, boundaries. Like, you don't really understand what boundaries are. You don't know how to set them. You don't understand creating yourself a system, a plan for yourself that starts with understanding your triggers and unmanaged emotions and, setting boundaries based on that, based on childhood trauma. You don't understand this. So you try to do better, but you just can't get the shit right. And then you get mad at bitches like me that's bluntly saying what the fuck is going on. It bothers you. But I be telling y'all to text 678-965-0698. Get in a Zoom or on a one-on-one phone call. Let me help you. You even got to like me to do a call with me. I'm telling y'all. I told y'all the one time I had a girl get on a one-on-one call. She told me her situation and shit, and I went to telling her what I was going to tell her. Bitch, just tell me what to do to get my fucking nigga back. Tell me what to do to that. It was like, I could tell she don't even really fuck with me. But I have respect when I'm on y'all time. And bitch, you paid for the information, so I'm gonna get it to you. You ain't got to like me. You ain't got to. I understand. You paid your money, bitch. I'm finna give you your money's worth. The number is 678-965-0698. That's what I said. They don't understand what boundaries are. Because you think boundaries are rules for other people. So a lot of y'all, you call yourself writing out some boundaries and then you go tell other people as if the boundaries have to do with them specifically. Exactly. She paid her motherfucking money. She had to cut me off. Bitch, just tell me how to. I don't want to hear all that accountability shit. Bitch, just tell me how to get my nigga back. Period. Point blank. I get it, sis. I'm right here with you. I understand. I fucking understand. That be when you done fucked up. You know you done fucked up. You done did some shit crazy and you knowing like this nigga was a good nigga. Cause that shit hurt. For us as women, it hurt when we knowing like I done did some shit. This nigga whole view of me done changed. And I'm knowing deep down I done acted an ass. And the nigga really is a good nigga. He might not be the ideal nigga, but he's a good nigga. And you know y'all, good nigga is hard to find. I felt the pain. I was right there with her. I don't know what she was for. I know she wanted that nigga back. And she made that very clear. Bitch, shut up with all that other shit and tell me what the fuck I need to do to get my nigga back. Knowing, when you knowing like I know me and I can look and see ahead. I ain't Miss Cleo. But in my near future, after I lose this nigga, I see a line of fuckboys I'm gonna be done ran through if I can't fix this. Please help. Right. That's when you know, you have to talk to the lady. I'm the lady. It be like that sometimes, sis. Sometimes you have to, you know, cry a little bit, pick yourself up and be real with yourself. Like, you know what? It was a lot of shit I had a problem with, but overall, sometimes I ain't gonna count. Sometimes it takes for you to go be with a fuck nigga to realize, you know what? My baby daddy wasn't that bad. You know what? That other nigga wasn't as bad as what I thought he was. Sometimes it takes for you to, you know, you be smelling yourself, you be feeling yourself. And you know, nowadays, for a lot of y'all, you go fuck around and, don't stumble across a little PPP loan or some shit. Go and get your body done and shit. You start thinking that you got more going on than what you really do. Fuck around and fuck you, nigga. I don't need you. I don't even want to be in this shit anyway. Jump out here. Not knowing it take boundaries and a lot of shit to really, you know, pick through this shit. You jump out here, have to get your head knocked clean off with that new body and all for you to realize, fuck, let me go back in the house. Let me get the fuck back in. Let me call this other nigga. Let me call the lady. Let me figure out how to, oh my God. At this point, you don't even be crying. You be mad. Like, this ain't even about crying. You know, the crying be for the nigga you got all sentimental and emotional. This ain't even crying. This is like, bitch. You call a bitch like, bitch. Bitch. I don't know. You be mad. I swear, this when y'all start going and getting them readings and shit. Damn, that done lost your motherfucking whole faith and shit. Got your head knocked off after getting a new body. That's when that shit hit yourself. Y'all not be talking, those y'all that took my service to y'all know what I be talking about. You fuck around and you're in the highest level of yourself, vanity-wise. You look the best you've ever looked, and then you got treated the worst you've ever been treated. That shit, Jesus Christ, put me on the front pew at the church with the best pastor. Like, help. Yeah, that be that. I'm telling you, you don't even be mad. You be done got your head knocked off so bad. Like, you be mad with you. This when, I'm telling y'all this real shit. This is when y'all be making y'all way back to my page. I'm telling y'all, when it's a lot of y'all, I've watched it. I watch. Like, them comments at first, when you first get on here, this when you be popping your shit. Fuck these niggas ain't shit. Baby daddy, this pussy ass nigga ain't do this. You be, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be in y'all element. Have a little money and shit. It might be tax time. Like when that EDD shit was going on, y'all had y'all Gucci purses and best outfits and shit. You done told that nigga fuck him. Put the shit out on the porch. Bitch, you outside. Y'all, you know, you turned. Got with some other cute single bitches. Y'all out here. You fine as fuck, bitch. Bitch gotta give it to you on that. You jump out here, you get you, and then some of y'all, you land one of them niggas. One of them ones, he got a little bit of money. A lot of hoes want him. You know, he into you. In the end, nigga, knock your head clean off. That motherfucking 40-inch you bought with that PPP loan money with that HD lace on the front of that hole, nigga, cleared that bitch off your motherfucking head. Bitch, you at home, you ain't even crying. This ain't no hurt hole shit like that. This some shit like, bitch, Let me get back on Love page because I know it's something wrong with me. This when y'all start talking real. I know something wrong. I know it's me. Y'all come on here with a whole different tone, bitch. I'm telling you. Shit'll change you. Y'all get one of them niggas, that's what they do. What they do is manipulate. Knock a bitch clean head. They good at that shit. These are the ones you can't even be mad because in a weird way, he told you this is what he was going to do. Like, almost directly, but the shit was kind of like indirect. Only real bitches gonna know what I'm talking about right now because y'all hoes that is still delusional, you ain't gonna admit. But the nigga told you without telling you that he was gonna dog you out, but directly, but indirectly, like, you know what I mean? Like, toxic, but not toxic. Like, it felt like some exclusive shit, but the whole time you knew and he was transparent that it was, you got your dome knocked the fuck back, bitch. In your best version of yourself, looks wise. That shit will fuck a female up. When ass fat, waist small, clothes on point, money coming in, bitch, wigs and hairdos right, bitch. I'm even putting the kaleidoscope on in between hairdos, edges done grew back whole, real hair touch my shoulders and shit, got my hair clean, knocked the fuck off. Bitch, that will hurt you in a way that it ain't even about no motherfucking tears. It ain't even about a bitch being nowhere crying. Something is wrong with me. Help. How do I get into Love Dorsey Zooms? Yes, Desiree, what's the earliest one-on-one phone call I can get? That shit changes you. Talk about can't manage your thoughts, Britt. Your mind be a motherfucking mess while looking the best you've ever looked. This is when you sit back and you start to damn, that shit wasn't that bad with my baby that I ain't gonna even lie. Now, bitch, you know, it was some shit that I disagreed with, but you know what, all that, you know, you start self-reflecting. Your pride be in pieces, your ego be in pieces. Bitch, this when you get back to like, damn, they're not even worried about how you look. You just trying to figure out what the fuck can I do to get out this headspace. I be knowing. Yeah, stressing. But I'm going to tell y'all, it be the worst when you looking fine as fuck and be stressed the fuck out. It cuts your self-esteem in a different way when you be pretty as fuck. I'm talking about on point. This when you get bitter, you get nasty. I'm telling y'all. Yeah, that shit hurt. I'm telling y'all real shit. This when you going to the grocery store and shit, niggas be trying to talk to you and shit, you be upset that he's even trying. Man ain't even did nothing. You just mad. Cause you knowing I ain't in no condition right now to be fucked off with nobody. And I'm angry that you even trying to talk to me right now. Ain't no crying, hurt shit. It be like some shit like, leave me the fuck alone. Telling y'all real shit.
And fellas, that got more to do with her self-esteem.
Start looking back, going over your exes and shit, trying to figure out like, damn, was it him or was it me? Was I tripping like that? I'm telling you, it make you want the other nigga back. That same nigga that you try to pop your shit on, cause now you back to want some, I just need some regular shit. I'm telling you, it really turns into, and I ain't talking about regular like date down. I'm talking about like, I want some, see you got in your, I call it your Instagram mindset, where you get certain shit going on. You might come into a little money, you might get your body done, or you might just, you know, some of y'all, you already fine. You just get in that season where some blessings and shit rolling in material wise and shit, it boosts your head up. You start really, you know, feeling yourself more than you should based on where your mindset is actually at, right? Because the true value lies up here. You know, you start to pop your shit on the people that you got them it's regular shit. You get in that Instagram mindset where you done watch fucking Jada and Ari and them page a little bit too much. You looking at Carisha and them and shit with Diddy and all that shit. You know, you telling yourself like, this nigga ain't even buying me this. This fuck nigga ain't even doing this. This pussy ass nigga, bitch, I pay half the bills too. This bitch ass nigga. Like you start to like, this is just real shit. You start really feeling yourself and that shit start to feel played out. Like, I ain't on this. I want what they got. You don't watch fucking JT get a Bentley and shit for her birthday and shit. Christmas come around, you getting the same like regular shit. Now, if you jump out here and go through what I just described and get your motherfucking head knocked off, you be back to just want to split the light bill with a nigga. Like, you be back to like, let me get back in some regular shit, bitch. I done went too overly independent. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You done went too hard at the independent shit to the point where you realize, God damn, I'm paying everything by myself, fine as fuck, everything. Like, now you want to be on some teamwork shit after you done called the nigga every broke nigga in the book. And now you got to try to figure out how to like mix back. You done made so many statuses about how a broke nigga can't da-da-da. So now all the regular working, hard working men, they looking at your body and them titties and that ass and shit and them cute pictures you post and they like it, but ain't none of them getting in your inbox or trying to step you on the real shit because they knowing deep down up here, she looking for some of that Instagram fantasy shit. Nigga, I'm a truck driver. Like, I make good money and could pay some bills, but all that excessive shit she was posting about last year when that EDD and PPP money was hidden for her, I ain't even trying to fuck with. Now, I get that pussy now, but I ain't finna try to get serious. You done fucked it up. So now you got to recreate your whole reputation by getting back normal, bitch. You got to snap out of that Instagram watching them celebrities too much shit and get back into real life.
We're gonna
get
smash
back to like now
man,
you got to change them
on.
statuses around. Like,
that's how it is.
50,
That's what greatness is. We don't sit in it.
80-20
We're
ain't
worried
that
about
bad.
the
Like, I
next
just want a
goal.
nigga that's just gonna be loyal and honestly like be on the same page. Got to soften your voice and shit. Take some of that attitude off. You know what I mean? Put some of that designer up. Come back out regular with a rainbow dress on. Get a grip or to track some regular shit. You went too far off the deep end, bitch. You got to come back. And it happens to the best of us. I'm telling y'all. It does. I'm just real enough to get on here and say it. Y'all know I don't miss telling y'all what's real. And this is the shit that, in truth be told, like, we ain't finna tell a nigga that this is what's going on. Like, all while this is going on, we gonna try to act like
They
everything's
never
straight, but
tell
deep
you
down,
what they
like,
signing up
a bitch
for.
be, they soul be mad at the fact
They
that things
never
did not
gonna
turn
tell
out
you
how the
what
fuck
they-
it's
what
a
you
fan.
signing up
And then
for.
you damn near be mad at the celebrity hoes. Keep posting all that stupid ass shit. Y'all hoes be posting every time a nigga do something for y'all. I ain't on that stupid. Like, you get in the mode where you down there mad because a bitch popping that shit with a nigga that actually like them. Telling y'all real shit. This what be going on.
James, it's the
You do,
consistency for me, right?
Sis, right?
It's the
You stay
consistency.
on that bitch too.
She don't change, boy. She like me.
I need offset. I need a nigga to eat this ass and buy me a motherfucking Maybach, bitch, and pay all these bills. And I don't want these pussy ass broke niggas, right? You get it. But see, y'all don't know how to get off the internet and know that that's just the internet. Y'all don't know how to get off them posts and snap back. Ain't nothing wrong with like looking at that shit and being entertained and shit. Watch them reality shows and I want that shit like that. I want this. It ain't nothing wrong with wanting, but then you have to get back into reality, ho. The fuck? That's where the problem come in. When y'all carry that shit off the internet with y'all into real life to the point where you calling a real man or a good man a fuck nigga or some shit based on some shit the internet told you to hold him accountable for. Y'all let them bitches trick y'all out of reality and shit. It's a very humbling experience. You got to be able to separate it, sis. And I'm telling you, if you're raising daughters, you got to be able to separate it. You got to be able to get off the internet and get in real life. Like, it's certain rooms, and I'm known like nationwide, right? Worldwide a little bit. In my personal relationship, bitch, I'm love. I'm love. Just regular old. Look, I ain't regular, but I'm regular. Like, I'm in reality like a motherfucker. Y'all got to be able to like maintain that. as you maneuver through life. Like, you got to continue to be realistic about your nigga, your life, your situation, your opportunities, your behavioral patterns, your reputation. Like, you got to be able to log off and separate that shit. You got to be real. Y'all watch them people so much, y'all fuck around, forget y'all broke. On the internet calling other motherfuckers broke. You done forgot you broke. Calling niggas broke ass niggas and shit and you broke. It ain't making sense. I'm telling y'all some real shit. Exactly. Y'all so funny. Y'all know I'm always gonna keep it 100. It's to the point like some of y'all kids be knowing that shit be flow. And it's okay to be accountable. That I stayed on the internet so much for X amount of months or a good majority of last year, I got beside myself. It's all right to say that. It's all right to be honest. I was on that motherfucking app so much. I got beside myself, calling your baby daddy, talking about having parties that match celebrity kids' birthday parties and shit. You don't bitch, you forgot you a CNA and he sell a little weed. Like, relax. Relax. Everything don't got to be over the top, because this is what the fuck you feeding your mind. You conditioning yourself to the point where you damn near feel offended if a bitch don't want to do that shit. Like, that shit ain't, it ain't what's up. You got to be honest with yourself. Yeah, the kids be knowing, be done buy shit. And, oh, man, you bought me. Kids surprised you even bought that shit, because they knowing, like, how we live regularly. She don't actually got the money for it, but thank you. Y'all let them people have y'all fucked up because y'all be having y'all selves fucked up. Like, you got to understand, like, this is the internet, and then you got to understand this is real regular life. And it's regular based on your regular. Not my definition of regular, but your regular. But your regular got to be in tune with reality. Just be real. Yes. Bitch, be a CNA, nigga sell a little weed or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't got no money for that shit. Bitch, is you crazy? And y'all fuck around it or mess y'all relationship up behind some shit like that. Y'all be delusional. And I be knowing y'all delusional because sometimes y'all get so into, y'all get beside yourself, get on here and say that delusional ass shit to me. I remember when I got engaged, I seen one hoe kept getting on a post or two, and then there was a couple people trying. I love to see shit like this because it validates exactly what the fuck I be saying all along. But I seen one person get on there, and then other people started commenting, but they made a comment about how and the setting in which my fiance chose to propose. So, you know, I'm reading the comments and shit, and it's the same type of shit I'm talking about. Like, y'all bitches be delusional because you live outside of reality, right? So now for me, certain shit makes sense based on a person's lifestyle, their behavioral patterns, their relationship, and then there's certain things that y'all tell y'allself is supposed to happen a certain way based on what you saw on the internet. And it's mind-blowing to see how far and how argumentative, like, people will go to make a point about some shit that ain't really a point. It's sad. And you got to be honest with yourself. Like, I'm in a season of being fucking delusional. I watch shit and I watch shit and I watch shit to the point where I actually believe this shit is like a reality in my life. To the point where I'm now telling other people what should have been a reality in their life. You have to just shake your head. And if y'all don't want to admit it to yourselves, I'll admit it. Y'all done fucked over some good people, some good niggas with this same kind of behavior. Watching the wrong shit. Telling yourself stuff that ain't stuff. It's some of y'all, and you know, I respect it, but you done cried on the phone with me on the one-on-one just realizing, damn, I fucked up actually like a decent relationship. Like based on mismanaged thoughts, watching the internet and shit, making myself believe things should be different than what logically in reality is showing me that they're going to be, freaking out about outcomes that actually match what the fuck I got going on with this nigga. This is why I be on y'all head by keeping kids from the other parent and shit, because I be knowing a lot of y'all, you lack real love in your life, right? And I ain't talking about that emotional love. I'm talking about real hardcore love where a bitch love you through the uncomfortableness, right? Y'all lack that. So that mixed with mismanaged emotions, you will take the smallest shit and turn it into a reason not to let somebody be in a child's life and shit. Y'all fuck around, a nigga don't buy the right shoes y'all want, or purchase or kick in the exact amount of money you want on a birthday party or something. Now the kids can't go over there no more. Just silly ass shit that don't match reality, and the damage the shit be doing in the long run, it's disgusting. Said enough. I've been on this bitch too long. You can book a one-on-one 678-965-0698. You can text that number, get in the Zoom. It'll help you. Because that's reality, Champagne. It's reality. But if you gotta understand, if you sit, and I'm finna get off of here. If you sit and watch other hoes on the internet enough, other celebrities and shit online enough, it will have you believing that your nigga is supposed to live up to some sort of fantasy standard. Because what they don't be telling y'all and posting about is their man's shortcomings or the times where certain shit don't be handled correctly. They private as fuck with that. So it puts you in a mindset where you believe that your nigga is supposed to be some perfect version of a nigga that don't even exist. (678-965-0698). Somebody said, this is how I lost my husband. Listen, and sis, trust me, I understand. There's so many females go through this and we don't talk about this. Like, we don't talk about it. I'm probably the only bitch that'll sit here and give it to y'all real like this. I don't give a fuck how many mentors, life coaches, hoes y'all follow. A bitch ain't gonna sit here and kick this shit to y'all in a real fashion and not judge you, you know, when you're accountable like I am. Houston is coming, by the way. I'm pulling up to that bitch, and make sure you pull up to it because I'm going to talk my shit.
All right, guys. Hope y'all had a great time on the bus today, guys. But that's the end of our show for this morning. Don't forget, guys, we have our membership package deal, $9.99. Become a member of the channel and gain access to that information. That information we didn't always have access to. That facts right here, guys. All right, so you have access to it. Support the channel by supporting yourself. Salute to all my guys that are already members of the channel. Guys, you know how we do. Tell a friend to tell a friend. But did y'all get that video from last night? We dropped this video last night in the members only. And it was a damn good one. So be on the lookout, guys. I'll be dropping. I'm trying to do I'm working on the reinvent yourself, how to reinvent yourself video. So I'll have that up there tonight. It's members only. We not playing. All right, guys? Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Do not play with your life.